Okay, good morning. It is Thursday for us. It will be Friday for you. Tomorrow, your classmates are off, which means then on Monday you will not have an assignment because your day off is going to be Monday. So you will have work for tomorrow. We are finishing this 3-day lesson where we did do some third grade review and we're working with thirds. We're still working with the same I can statement, which says I can make equivalent fractions, mixed numbers, and improper fractions correctly. Remember, when we speak about an improper fraction, it is a fraction greater than 1. And we make a lot of them. Okay, so going with the theme of talking with thirds, yesterday we finished off doing some things in our workbook. And now we are going to do a little bit of stuff before we go back in, notebook, before we go back into our notebook. So here's our story today. And just to remember what licorice was like, we had issues with wrappers, so we're not going to distribute the licorice today. They got paper, everybody has paper instead. So all of you will have, at home, you're going to also need this paper. I'll write it in your instructions. It says, Kara got a long, skinny piece of red licorice in her lunch today. She cut it into equal pieces to share with her 2 friends. They ate theirs right away, but she saved hers for later. The strip of red paper you have represents Kara's piece. If Kara had, her third piece of, 1/3 piece of a licorice, use it along with any other tools you need to cut the strip. Oh, I didn't give you a white paper. Use it along with any other tools you need to cut the strip of paper to the same size as the original piece of licorice. Okay, so I didn't give you the white papers. We'll have to get that. But what am I asking you to do? What do we need to do with this? Yes. Cut it into thirds. Oh, for time's sake, let's just not worry about the white piece of paper. How are we going to cut this into thirds? What? Okay, Jacob.
With scissors.
Okay, so how do you know it's going to be equal?
With a ruler.
Okay, so if we use a ruler, did we use a ruler yesterday?
No.
Does anybody remember from yesterday how long of a piece a third is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6? 7, 8? 8 of you remember from yesterday. Okay, so show me with fingers. How long is it? Okay, so people are showing 4 fingers because it is 4 inches long. Do you have any tools at your disposal to make a 4-inch piece?
Yes.
Okay, what could you use? You can use your tan fraction line. What else could you use? Yes.
Regular ruler.
A regular ruler. What else could you use? Oh, yes, our notebook. So I'm going to pause while everybody in class gets that taken care of. Okay, we are back. We have our pieces cut. And just to give you an idea, this is the piece that Kara still has. This is what her friends have eaten. So if you notice, we can see the comparison of them. I got to put my glasses on to read this. Okay, so we have everything taken care of. Did anybody try lining theirs up like this?
Yes. Yeah.
So what do you make? A whole unit. So is this one more than this one? Can somebody shut the door? It's kind of loud in the hallway. Thank you. So is this different than this? Jared, is this different than this? Why not? Three of them are the same size, but this one's different. What about that, Jared? Okay, so Jared says the red one's just cut. So if I lay this alongside, I know that I'm still going to have one whole unit. So here we're seeing, when I put them like this, I have two, thank you, I have two equivalent fractions that look completely different. Remember, we talked about this much earlier in our month, talking about how they can take up the same amount of space, but the way they take it up might look different. Okay? When we work with our pieces now, I'm going to ask you to make this, we're going to also make sixths. So yes, yesterday we were making sixths, but we need to do some practice. I'm going to pass papers out. We're going to practice the sixths so that we have a complete set in here. Yes, I know we already have the red strip that is all one color. Our red strip is 1 unit, and we have it only folded in half, and now you have reds cut into thirds. I'm going to come around with another color strip for everybody. Besides making these thirds, let's do that. 1/3. 1/3, 1/3. We're going to make this one into sixths. How would we do that before I turn the camera off again? Yes, Phoenix. Okay, Phoenix says just simply cut 1/3 in half. Those of you at home, if you knew that already, good for you. But that's what we're working on, is we're going to be cutting some things in half. And then we're going back into our notebook, and then we're going to do a bunch of work in our workbook. So it'll be a little while before we talk to you again. Okay, so we're back again, and the last thing that you need to do with these little strips would be that you have to cut 12ths. So today, actually, we used 3 more strips. Remember, we cut the first one into thirds, then we cut the next one into sixths. We cut the last one into 12ths. We're going to play around with these the next time we have class. The class already knows what's coming next. They're in the process of packing up all of their little strips, although I'm not going to make them put their strips away. What we are doing next is a little quiz. Now, this is actually from the 3rd grade workbook that you guys had last year, but because class finished early for you last year, you didn't get this far. So you're going to have a 2-sided page. You will be doing different things on here, and I want to see how well you understand some of these concepts. So here it tells us we have to shade in 1/4. Okay, they shaded in 1/4, one of the 4 pieces. Excuse me. So for the next 5, you need to shade in what the fraction tells you. It says it's you're going to shade it in. It's an example. Then looking at number 2, it says look at the fractions you shaded above. Notice these. Then you are going to complete each number sentence by adding a less than, greater than, or equal than sign. I do take into consideration that if you color these wrong and you used this, or you use these to figure out these, you may get a 0.5 point. And then I do expect you to do the challenge because you're now in 4th grade. Okay, other side. Now they're asking you to shade, to draw and compare. So this side was already divided for you. This side is not. You have to divide it. So you have the squares, and you need to divide it into 4ths, 3rds, or 8ths. And then you're going to fill in this with less than, greater than, or equal to, and you're going to do the challenge. I'm expecting that this should take everyone at home and everyone here no more than 10 minutes. Okay, for people at home, I'm going to show you what we're going to work on next. Or not. Here it is. No, that's my number corner book. Okay, I'm going to pause you and then I'll have that out for you in a moment again. I'm going to get your classmates started on what's going on next. Hi everyone, the last thing that you're going to work on today is page 85 out of your workbook. The page looks like this. So if you wish to use your little pieces, you can. We are actually going to learn how to draw this stuff to help us figure this out. Okay. So it is page 85. You're going to go in your book. And then we're going to sign off and you're going to work on this on your own and we will do more pages next week. Talk to you again. Bye.